Hello and welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me again for another night of live. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. I am the voice for those who suffer in silence. It is indeed a blessing to be here with you tonight, as tonight our topic is learn to forget. Learn to forget. That it. So I wanted to test audio right quick to make sure that you guys can hear me. Um, but first, before we get into our topic uh, tonight, let's do a little housekeeping. The only thing that I want to mention tonight about a service or a product is that I want to invite all of you to join me tomorrow at 12 noon, as I will be featured on the National Black Book Festival at 12 noon tomorrow. I have an interview there. I put the link there in the comments and also in the description. Hey, Matra, how are you, honey? I put the link there in the description box so that all you have to do is copy that link somewhere, put it in your favorites, whatever. That's the instruction so that you can join me in my first ever book festival. And I'm just so excited. I am so excited. Not only that, um, it's usually on site, but with the pandemic and everything, it's virtual. And so for me, that just makes it that much sweeter. I didn't have to do any traveling or anything like that. So I'm just excited. I don't know what to expect, but with you guys being there with me, it just makes everything just a little bit sweeter, a little bit better to just know that you're there and supporting what I do, like you guys do so well. Hey, Stephanie, how are you, honey? Glad you guys are here tonight. Um, like I said, the topic is learn to forget. And I think it's so important because the more and more I interact with people and the more and more I have the conversations, I am understanding our behaviors so much better. We act a certain way because of certain experiences we have, because of uh, holding on to things that we seem like we can't let go. And one of the things that I know and that I am becoming more aware of with our minds, this intelligent thing that's in this head, our brains, is that the brain is um, better than any computer or any other device that I can ever think of, because we don't forget stuff. We don't forget stuff. And guys, well, hey Tammy, how are you? One of the things that I am becoming more aware of is that as a result of us not being able to forget stuff, it holds us back. Think about it. Think about an area in your life that you could be if you just learn to forget. Think about the creativity. Think about the heights and the successes you would obtain if you could just forget. What if you could forget about somebody telling you no? What if you could forget about the doors of opportunity closing in your face? What if you can forget about that feeling you felt when somebody rejected you? What if you can forget about all the trauma and the betrayals? What if you could just forget about all that? If you could forget that stuff, you would be so much farther ahead than where you are now. Because when we go to take on higher heights, when we go to take on new grounds, one of the things that always shows up and meets us at whatever opportunity we're getting ready to take on is our memory. Our memory. We don't forget. And so when we're getting ready to establish new relationships, We think back on, oh, he did that before. He did that to me, and so I'm not gonna let nobody else do me like that. And so when the new one reminds you of something that the old one done, whether he had that intention or those capabilities or not, we put up those walls. We put up that defense, or we do things that where we think that we're coping, but what we do is repeat cycles of behaviors as a result of it. Because the mind doesn't forget, we don't um, engage in meeting new people. Sometimes we've been rejected, or doors of opportunity have been closed in our face, or people have told us no. So we sit in that place of fear, and so we're not as likely to go out and experience or take the risk with new ideas or new jobs or new careers or meeting new people as a result of it. So I want you guys to think about it. What's holding you back right now from doing something you really want to do, or something that you desire to do, or something that you know you are destined to do? What's holding you back? And I can almost guarantee you that what's holding you back has to do with your mind's ability not being able to forget. And so this is where I want to challenge you tonight. I want to challenge you to learn to forget those things that do not add absolutely any type of value to your life. Those things that are holding you back from getting to your next level, those things that are holding you back from making your relationships just a little bit better, those things that are holding you back from taking the risk on new career goals and new career opportunities, those desires, those dreams that you have, those aspirations, don't allow your ability to forget past things, negative things, fear of success, don't allow that to hold you back any longer. So, in the next 24 hours, this is what I want to challenge you. As you are planning, as you are putting in place and implementing and being proactive about your life, about your business, about your relationships, when something comes to your mind that adds absolutely no value to your life, I want you to tell yourself, I'm going to learn to forget that. Don't give it any power. Now, that's just the first step. So once you tell yourself you're going to learn to forget that, then you have to put something in place of that. So that's either going to mean you're going to make that phone call. That means you're either going to get with your sister or brother and make things right. That means you're going to forgive daddy or mama for what they didn't give you, or what they couldn't do, or how they couldn't love you, or how they couldn't provide for you. That means that you're going to forgive whoever hurt you 30 years ago, that uh, act like they can't affirm who you are or what they done to you. That means when you're going to learn to forget, you're going to train your mind to forget that. You have to replace it with something. And it's going to be something that's totally opposite of what we're dealing with. So that means my mind can't forget that my sister owes me 20 bucks. So every time I get ready to interact with my sister, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. So now I'm around her and I'm interacting with her, but I got a little stanky attitude that precedes me every time she's in my presence. I got to train my mind to forget that. So now when I'm interacting with her in the next 24 hours, what that looks like is that my sister shows up, you owe me 20 bucks, comes in my mind. I'm telling myself, I'm going to learn to forget that. I'm going to forget that. It's not adding any value to me. So now I'm saying in my mind, her debt is paid in full. She doesn't owe me anything. I'm not expecting anything more. And now I'm going to interact with her with a clear mind, with a clear conscience. And every time that thought comes up in my head, I'm pulling those thoughts down. That's what it looks like. You have to be intentional. You have to be proactive and train your mind to forget. Forget the things that adds absolutely no value to your life so that you can get where you need to be or where you desire to be or where your purpose to be in your life, in your relationships, and in your career. I hope that made sense to you guys tonight. Don't forget to like and share this video. Don't forget to join me tomorrow. I'm going to put the link right here again. That's how important your presence is to me tomorrow at 12 noon. Right there at that link where you see that lady's face. No, that's not my face. But if you click that link, you'll see my face. I'm in there. I promise you. She's the first on the docket. So that's why you see her picture there, guys. Use the link. Join me tomorrow at 12 noon as I am being featured on the National Black Book Festival in an interview at 12 noon. Don't be late, guys. I appreciate all the support that you guys have shown me. In the meantime, next 24 hours, you have something to do. You need to learn to forget, especially those things that do not add any value to your life. It's been real, guys. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. Good night, everybody.